Prayers to Sanatana Goswami. Vairagya yug bhakti rasa prayatne apayayan mam anabhipsum andam krupam budirya paradukka dukki sanatanam tam prabhum ashrayami. I take shelter in him, my master, Sanatana, an ocean of grace, sorrowful only because of others' sorrow, who induced me, although I was blind and unwilling, to drink the rasa of bhakti combined with vairagya. And this is from Vilapa, Kusmanjali, verse 6. Matachis, can you all hear me?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Dhanavad Pranam, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you all.
Yes, Mataji.
So, thanks to Tulsi Mataji for giving this prayer. And so we are discussing about Brihad Bhagavatamrita, which is essence of all the Vedic scriptures, especially the whole Bhagavatam. And it has two cantos. The first canto we have started, which is where we will find the essence of the Supreme Lord's mercy, who is the great devotee. So it's actually Parikshit Maharaj is telling to his mother, this is a conversation, and this whole conversation, Parikshit Maharaj is explaining, because he had very, very less time, and Uttara asked to narrate the whole Bhagavatam, the essence of Bhagavatam, and that is when the Parikshit Maharaj is narrating. And this is this Brihad Bhagavatamrita is written by Srila Sanatana Goswami. So first, in the first chapter, the first canto, in the first chapter, we saw in Bhauma, that is on the earth, how one Brahmana was worshipping, and in a very detailed way. That is when Narada Muni, glorifies him, and he'll say that you are the recipient of Krishna's mercy. And Brahmana immediately refutes, and he actually he glorifies the king in South India, and it basically refers that that I'm not great. You should go and see the king in South India. So now through Narada Muni, we are actually traveling and going to see who is the greatest, the recipient of Krishna's mercy. So now, when he comes to the king in the South India, he sees the whole detail that what Brahmana says, and then he'll start glorifying king. And then the king will say, he'll start glorifying king, and king will say, with a very in a very humble way, he says the limitations that he has on the earth, and what the limitations as a king he has, and he'll start glorifying. He'll refer Indra. He'll refer Narada Muni to the demigods in heaven, and especially to Indra. Why we saw the whole thing, but then I'm just going it fast because we have already done all these things. Then Narada Muni comes to demigods, and then he'll see the Indra, and when he sees Indra, he'll start glorifying Indra, that your younger brother is Vamana Dev, and you have all these opulences, you have you're so nicely worshipping, and Vamana Deva is giving the abhayasta to you and taking care of you, all this. And then Indra will again rejects all those things, and he will tell Narada Muni that maybe you're making fun of me. What you know and you have heard, you have seen what I am, and he will refute all the glories that Narada Muni heard from king, and he will say that he is not the recipient, but he will refer to whom? Anybody, which we saw last week. Whom did he refer? Indradev? Mataji's? He referred Brahma. So, and he'll tell, like, how he ran away from the fear of daityas, and all this offerings that was taken by Vamana Dev is out of love of Aditi and Kashyapas. And then when he talks about that, he's sinless, but he says, I'm a big murderer, killer. I killed Vishwarupa, Brihaspati, Vrutrasura, all the Vaishnavas, Brahmanas, Guru, everyone I've killed, and all these things which we discussed. And Indra glorifies Brahma. Now we saw this also, yeah, right. So when Indra glorifies Brahma, he says that I'm one of the Brahma in one of that is 14 Indras in one day of Brahma. So he says, I'm one Indra, one of Indra in one day of Brahma, and that Brahma will live for 100 years. And he's the creator. He creates and he rules. He also protects, and he also destroys the world at night. So he's talking about glorifying about Brahma and Brahma's Loka, and how the thousand-headed Mahapurusha, he comes and he resides in Brahma's planets, and how he accepts the offerings, and that gives giving a joy to all the devotees who perform the sacrifices. So now Narada comes and he witnesses the whole thing, and when he see this, and then he'll glorify, but Brahma will become angry, actually, like it's like a father figure, right? So he'll say, I'm not at all filled with any devotee, pure devotion. And then he'll also talk about refuting, and he will glorify Shiva. I think till here we did, right? Yes, Madhajis, anybody want to confirm? So Brahma is like, he's reflecting, he's saying his position, he always brings pride, and also it's an anxiety. And then with a don't think it's a divine mercy. He actually worships Lord for a liberation, not for a pure devotion. And then whatever you are, I mean, to Narada Muni, he's saying that you are thinking that I'm creating, I'm all this is not me. It's actually Krishna's energy only, that is Mahamaya. And you're talking about the Vedas, that I'm the Adi Kavi, but he is accepting that and upholding all this Vedas just to favor his devotees alone. And he's also recalling all the offenses he and also the demigods made. So we saw in last week how Indra's pride. Where did the Indra's pride? Can anybody say what was the pastime?
Damodar Leela.
Damodar Leela, yeah.
Govardhan Leela.
Govardhan Leela. And Varuna's folly? Where is Vasudev?
Vasudev, saving Vasudev from the Yamuna.
Yeah. And then the Yamraj's error?
Saving helping Arjuna in retrieving the sons of
Yes.
the Guru, Sandipani Muni.
Sandipani Muni, yes. And then when he talks about all the demigods, he also admits that his own arrogance in stealing Krishna's calves and friends, Brahma Vimoha, right? Then he'll say, by Krishna's mercy, he was able to stay for some time, and he understood the life's purpose, and he offered the prayers and left immediately without uh, without delay, because he wanted to avoid further offenses. So then he says that Lord Shiva is the greatest recipient of Krishna's mercy. Why? Because he's a friend of all beings. He's a very detached, from all the material pleasures, and he's always absorbed in Krishna and pure love Krishna. And he also, Brahma is referring that he's so renounced that if anybody sees, no, they'll get bewildered. In fact, Brahma says that he himself gets bewildered. People like me, he bewilders. So he's saying like that, making and all this are like kind of a humble statement of great devotees. So then he always in chanting, and he'll always in a dancing in ecstasy, and his energy can actually destroy the universe. Mhm. And then he's also saying that Krishna himself has empowered Shiva to grant this liberation, that is mukti, and even pure devotion. And he says that Lord tolerates every offense that Shiva towards Shiva, and he always protects him. Whereas, like, in Brahma's case, what happened when he gave this benediction to these Rakshasas? Krishna called him and said, especially in the Narsimha avatar, like as to Hiranyakashipu he gave, and he said, never do such things. Right? But here for Shiva, he just tolerates, and he in fact protects him. So he gives shares the divine pastimes, Tripura Demon one and Rukrasura Demon. And then he also says that Lord Rama and Parshuram, in incarnations, they worship Lord Shiva. The last pastime, many pastimes. In that, one of the last one was, he said how Brahma empowered Shiva, and made all the demigods pray to drink in that halahal, when the churning of the ocean was going on, when the deadly poison was coming. He made all the demigods go and pray for Shiva, so that he could do. In fact, Vishnu could have done that. He had the power, but then he wanted his devotee, his Lord Shiva. He gave that empowerment to Shiva to show that world how compassion and how the Vaishnava nature is. And here Brahma is saying this is the supreme compassion of Shiva, and it's a nature of Vaishnava, and he glorifying. So now Narada became very excited, and he was like running. In fact, he was like seeing the bottom of that place from Brahma. Which place he was seeing last time? I remember I did say that, and after that I stopped. What was that place? What was this Kubera's place? Where does
Alakapuri, Alakapuri.
no. Where do we go usually? There is one Parvat.
Kailashana.
Kailasha Mataji.
Kailash, yes. So he actually is looking at the bottom of from Brahma's planet, and Brahma understood that Narada is planning to go to Kailash, but he says don't go there because that Kailash is, it actually belongs to Kubera. And once Kubera, he did a tapasya for to please Lord Shiva. And when Lord Shiva is pleased and asked for a benediction, so Kubera said, be with me, and that's how Lord Shiva is a what do you call, as a protector. He as a what guard, as a security guard. He's protecting Kailash mountain, and as well as Kubera. So now, then where is Brahma asking Narada Muni to go? He's saying you should go beyond this 7 layers of material existence, because that is where you will see unlimited opulence of Shiva. And he'll also say that only pure devotees, pure unalloyed devotees can enter to that loka, because that is where Lord Shiva is worshipping his Ishta Devata. Who is his Ishta Devata? Can anybody guess? Shivaji's Ishta Deva,
Lord Rama.
Lord Rama. So his Ishta Deva is Sankarshana. And he asked Narada Muni to go there. Now, Narada Muni immediately, this is called Prapanchatita, beyond the material world. So he goes there, and he see there, when he goes to that Shiva Loka, he is seeing Shiva is worshipping Lord Sankarshana, dancing and chanting, and is in an ecstasy. And he's also praising all the devotees like Nandishvara and his wife Uma. It's basically he has become totally intoxicated. That is a Maharaj says that, with when some devotees are in ecstasy, they wouldn't see, and they'll, in their mouth it's only the Harinam, and then their glorification of all the Vaishnavas. So that is how it would be going. And that is when Narada, he approaches, and he says, first he'll say, he comes and he pays what do you call, obeisances, and he'll start playing his veena, because he'll become so happy to see Lord Shiva dancing. Wherever there is a Harinam going on, Narada Muni, Hanumanji, all these devotees will come, pure devotees will come, and they'll either sit and participate in the bhajan, or they'll start dancing. So here he started praising using his veena, and he said, you are the greatest recipient, chief recipient of Krishna's mercy, and you're the most dearmost associate of the Lord. And he'll also start saying this 6-syllable mantra. I started displaying it here, but the 6-syllable is Om Namah Shivaya. So Narada Muni is, praising by saying Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, like that. He's saying, and immediately what Shiva did is, he closed his ears. He said, what are you saying, Narada Muni? When he says you are the Lord of the universe and all, then, he couldn't take it. Do you see any devotee, any Vaishnava accepting praises? Definitely no, right? So same way, here Lord Shiva, he just closed his ears and he said, I'm not the Lord of the universe, nor I'm a recipient of Krishna's mercy. I'm actually a poor soul. I'm only desiring to be the servant of the Lord. And Narada Muni, he'll start arguing. He'll say, then how come all the Vaishnavas are worshipping you? You are definitely greatest of all the Vaishnavas. How is that Supreme Lord is worshipping you in every incarnation, and also asking for a boon from you? So with this, Shiva, he got angry. He said, he covered Narada Muni's mouth, and he said, please do not mention this arrogance about me, because it's actually a offense to show my powers before the Lord. And Krishna being so kind and mercy, so compassion, so much of mercy, he's not offended with all these things that what I am doing. So now Narada will start saying that definitely Lord loves you. Why? And he will say that Banasura, who is Banasura? Who is Banasura, Mataji? How is he related to a devotee?
Bali Maharaj?
Ah, Bali Maharaj's what? Bali Maharaj's
Son,
son. And Bali Maharaj is whose grandson?
grandson of Prahlad.
Prahlad.
Ah, yes. So he says, "Oh Shiva, you are definitely very dear, because Banasura was Bali Maharaj's eldest son." I had made a note, but then I forgot. He had three sons and one daughter. Anyway, so he was your devotee. Who was his devotee? Banasura was a devotee, and he used to play drums. He used to play drums so nicely, and when he was playing the drum, Krishna, Lord Shiva, he was not able to resist. He used to dance, and he used to dance and dance with the Banasura's the drum beats. So he became so happy. One day he asked, "You asked for some any benediction." So Banasura asked 1,000 alms so that he can please Shiva more. So when he got that 1,000 alms, he became very proud. He became actually very powerful because 1,000 arms, right? And he became very powerful. And he asked Shiva, I'm actually feeling I want to fight with someone. Uh, so Shiva actually got angry. He said, definitely you will see someone who can defeat you. And then that is when Lord Vishnu comes, and because this Banasura uh, uh, is a devotee of Lord Shiva, what he did is he fought with him and cutting off all the arms except four arms. Means he mercifully, left him with four arms. And why he did this? It's only because he was a Shiva's devotee. Who fought with him? It's Vishnu fought with him, right? Yeah, and he also gave a benediction that he should live as long as he could, and later on, Panasura became a great devotee. So this is one of the pastime that Narada is glorifying Shiva, that how see you are a Krishna, you are a recipient of Krishna's mercy because you're being saved like this. Next he talks about Chitraketu. Hmm. Anybody knows about the Chitraketu?
He is the one who becomes Vrittasura, no, later.
Later on, yes, yeah, he'll become. So one day he actually mocked at Shiva, and he insults actually Shiva, but Shiva doesn't get angry. So he's saying that you did not get angry, and definitely you are the recipient of Krishna's mercy. Hmm? And instead of getting angry on him, you gave the mukti. You and Parvati gave the mukti. So it's telling that that's Supreme Lord has given you both that divine power to give mukti to anyone that you please. You are pleased with anybody, they'll be getting the mukti. And Narada Muni is going on saying that you dance so well, with so much of ecstasy, with so much of love, and any person who sees you dancing, they'll get actually bewildered and they'll start getting love for Krishna. So this hearing this, Shivji will really get mad. And, he will say, this your words are really painful for me, uh, and this is the this is the root of all my false pride, and you're comparing me uh, to a Lord who is so pure, is is a prideless, and he's a supreme. Uh, and considering me that thinking that me, I'm the giver of the mukti, bhakti, it's actually I'm in the mode of ignorance. So then he says, now Lord Shiva is refuting, is all the grace. He's saying, if at all, if I if there was one drop of mercy I ever get, then tell me, Narada, and he will start refuting all the glories that all the pastimes or the glories that the glorification that Narada Muni said. So he says, uh, why Lord Krishna, he fought with me when he was taking Aniruddha, when Aniruddha took Usha from Banasura's palace, and why did he fight with me when he was taking the Parijata tree from Indra? Of course, he fought with Indra as well as with the Shivji. Then he says, he asked me, like Lord asked me to turn against the people on, with the Mayavadi philosophy. And he came as a Shankaracharya. Lord Shiva came as a Shankaracharya, right, to spread Mayavadi and test people's devotion. So, do you think that I'm the mukti giver? So this itself is like devotees would feel distressed if they hear this, and I'm such an impersonal thing, and make a person forget this eternal service to Krishna. So then he says, if you really want to know who is that real recipient, so where does he refer? To whom he refers? Any idea? Now Lord Shiva is referring someone. Just guess.
Yadavas? Yeah.
Not yet.
You refers to
Not there yet.
Panda certain. Yeah.
Not yet. They're all there. My God, you all know it. Okay, here he's referring to the Vaikuntha Vasis.
Mhm.
So here he's saying you should go to Vaikuntha. Why? Because the residents of these Vaikuntha people, they are always, eternally they worship Lord, and they're all from, free from this birth and death, and they have this blissful body, um, and they are always immersed in divine bliss. So uh, the joy. So here he's like saying, he's saying that the joy is very unlimited because they can experience through Brahman realization. And when he's praising all this, no, so Parvati being there, she will like get little disturbed, in the sense, are he did not complete the whole thing. He's only talking about the Vaikuntha Vasis. She will come and talk about the Parvati Devi, Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune. And she says she is the embodiment of pure devotion. And in fact, I am her expansion. Parvati Devi is telling, I am an expansion of Lakshmi Devi. And she indulges everyone, with a sweet, pure devotional service. And in fact, by her grace only, this Vaikuntha place is divine ecstasy. And then she expands more, and saying that in this world, that is in the material world, she becomes like very chanchala, restless, um, and she never stays in one place. But in Vaikunta, she's very, very steady. Why? And she, because she always stays in a um, in the Krishna's chest, on Krishna's chest. So now Shiva is telling about this Vaikunta. Now Narada Muni want to go to Vaikunta. He'll actually start jumping. I want to go to, I will go to Vaikunta. I will go to Vaikunta. And then Shiva calms him down and then says, please, you calm down. And why do you want to go to Vaikunta? Hmm? You know that the Lord of Vaikunta is now residing in Dwaraka. And this is Dwaraka. Yeah. So why do you want to go there? Don't go there. Don't go to Vaikunta. You go to Dwaraka. Now where Narada Muni will be heading, he will definitely will start going to Dwaraka, right? But then when he is about to go to Dwaraka, again Shiva secretly he'll whisper in Narada's ear, saying that very nice statement. He will say that wherever there is a pure devotee of that Lord, of the Lord, that place is actually a Vaikunta. So you should go to. You should not go to Vaikunta. You should go to one place. Who is that? He'll say, among all devotees, greater than Brahma, greater than myself. That is Shiva is telling, or Garuda. Who is that? Whom he is glorifying now? Shivji?
Sri
Uddhava.
Krishna.
No. Krishna
No,
only.
devotee.
Devotee.
No.
Yeah, he is a bhakta. Okay, that's one. He's a bhakta.
Hanuman, Uddhava.
No.
No.
We always talk about it. Recently, his movie also came.
Prahlada.
Yes. Yeah, Prahlad Maharaj. So yeah, he says you should go to Prahlad Maharaj, and now Lord Shiva will start glorifying Prahlad Maharaj. He'll say Prahlad Maharaj from the very birth he was such pure innocent love for Krishna, and he says I witnessed him. He's saying I personally witnessed him when Lord Narsimha Devi, when he appeared and when he killed Hiranyakashipu, and um, when he killed, he rejected everyone. He rejected me, he rejected Brahma, he rejected Lakshmi Devi. But so lovingly, when Prahlad Maharaj approached, he placed Prahlad on his lap, and he embraced him like a mother, and he started offering any food. I remembered this, Mataji, this the second photo, how even in that movie, that suddenly the face of Lord Narasimha was so angry, was so that red, and then suddenly when Prahlad came, they'll show Narasimha's eyes. It's so sweetly turns into so much of love and compassion. Right, Mataji? Have you seen this
Yes,
movie?
Mataji.
Yeah. So much love, right? And suddenly, so he hugs and he embraces him, and like a motherly thing he gives, that love he gives, and he licks Prahlad with his tongue, and he'll stay like any boon you ask for, any boon, but Prahlad Maharaj says he refuses. I don't want to ask anything, and still, Lord actually offers him like liberation, or even to the higher planets, elevation to the higher planets. But Prahlad refuses all those things. But he prayed only one thing, only one, very humbly he'll pray that uh, let me serve you birth after birth, and I deserve nothing. He says, Tulsi Mataji, you are there, you should give that one shloka of this. What did he say?
Which shloka, Mataji?
Yes, he'll pray, no? Prahlad Maharaj, he'll pray. What he will pray, the exact prayer, Mataji?
I also don't remember. He's praying that I don't want it. Hare Krishna. I'm not afraid of your fierce form, but that one, or he's praying that everybody else should also.
No, I don't want anything, but I want to serve you alone. Serve birth at the birth. He says, like, he prays
Oh,
that.
I don't remember, Mataji. Let me look up.
Mataji,
Ah.
Lakshmi Karavalamba Stotram, like.
Lakshmi Karavalambam. No, I was just thinking about from Bhagavatam, Mataji. Thank you. Anyway, I didn't make a note, but I thought it would be nice. Anyway, so then
What is Namo Akinchana Vittaya? Who sang that? Tulsi
tell me,
Mataji?
tell Mataji, tell.
Namo Akinchana Vittaya Nirval. I forgot. My brain is going blank.
That's okay.
It creates AGE.
Somebody. Okay. So then, actually, when he says this, that he says that I want to serve you birth after birth. Vishnu considers his own transcendental body to be completely worthless compared to the body of a devotee like Prahlad. So this says how, and then he'll talk about another thing. Who is talking? Narada Muni. He's telling that Bali Maharaj, he actually lied and cheated. Yet Vamana Deva is residing in his planet always. What is that planet called? Where is Vamana Deva's, or where is
Sutala.
Bali Maharaj's planet?
Sutala.
Sutala. Yeah. And has a doorkeeper, he is there. And he's saying this is only because his love for Prahlad is, because of his that loving relationship with Prahlad. And he says the next thing that he talks about is Hiranyakashipu. His father, he was very, very, very notorious because he made him go through so many so many hard things, right? He went through, but and he also, he made everyone instead of saying Om Namo Narayana, he asked everyone to say chant Namo Hiranyakashipu, Om Namo Hiranyakashipu, like that. But then Prahlad, prayed for his liberation and for all his sinful activities. So yeah, so even the sinful Hiranyakashipu, he was liberated by Prahlada's prayers. That's one more prayer. When he asked for a boon, he'll not ask for anything, but first thing he will, that he will say, if at all, if you want to give, you please liberate forgive my father's, all this sinful acts and liberate him. That's one. And then second thing, he will ask, birth after birth. I want to serve you. So, so this is Shiva is he glorified, and he said, now you should simply go and see Prahlad Maharaj. You should go to Prahlad Maharaj's place, and he'll say he will, because he's like a brother, no? Narada Muni, Shiva ji is like. Narada Muni is like a brother to Shiva, right? So he says, now remember one thing, you go there, embrace him, and give when you embrace him, you tell him that I also embraced, and never bow down to him like how you pay obeisances to me and Brahma, to Narada, all these people he paid, right? So he says, don't do that. because he is a small kid. He'll get very disturbed. So now you should go to Prahlad. So he'll go to now Prahlad. Where is the place where he'll go? Narada Muni? Where does he go? He'll go to Sutala. So Narada Muni goes to, how he'll go, he'll just meditate because Narada Muni has access. He has visa everywhere to go anywhere. His passport is like not like our material passport. For everything we need a visa stamping or go through all the process. He can just think, meditate, he can just name, and then he's there. So he goes to this Sutala. When he goes to Sutala, there he see Prahlad. He's seated in a. Actually, I put this thing, but some pictures I really couldn't get. Me and one of my friend, we were like trying to search for right photos. Some photos, pictures we couldn't get it, Mataji. So here, actually, when Narada Muni comes here, he'll actually see Narada Muni in a very secluded place, and he's so much absorbed in meditating his Ishtadevat at the lotus feet of his Lord Narayan. So now this Prahlad Maharaj is on Narada Muni. The minute he sees, he recognized that, oh, my spiritual master has come. And suddenly he started remembering that with so much of gratitude, he remembered the whole thing. Like, sometimes when somebody comes, we'll think about what all good they have done, right? But in us, especially in me, what all bad things has happened, that is what I think. But the Vaishnavas, the nice pure devotees, what they'll start thinking about what all the good things they have done. And so now here Prahlad Maharaj is thinking how his spiritual master Narada Muni came, especially when his mother, when he was in his mother womb. Who is his mother? Kayadu. अरे इधर लिख दिया मैंने. Okay, yeah, his mother Kayadu, and how he saved actually demigods, demigods, and all the demigods, and headed by Indradev. They wanted to kill both mother and son, right? Because they thought that Hiranyakashipu has gone for a tapasya, and they got to know that wife is carrying, and so another demon will come. So greater demon will come. So they wanted to kill. They took that advantage of that time, and they wanted to kill. So immediately Narada Muni comes over there, and he says, he makes them understand that it's not a demon, it's a great devotee will be appearing soon. So then Narada Muni will take Kayadu and then to his ashram. He'll protect her. He will also narrate the whole Bhagavatam, and mother will be listening, but because of tiredness and all, she sleeps off. But Narada Muni will remember everything. So he says when he's seeing Narada Muni, all these things are like going in his mind, and immediately he pays his obeisances, and he becomes very happy, and he'll make him he'll give him a very nice seat to Narada Muni, and then he'll start worshipping him. But Narada Muni doesn't allow him to complete his worship. He'll say, oh, because he understood that Prahlad Maharaj is more superior than him. Like, now Narada Muni is feeling that his devotee, his disciple is more superior to him, so he doesn't. But instead he will say, he'll start glorifying Prahlad, and he says, you are definitely the recipient of Krishna's mercy. And Yeah. And he'll say that, from childhood, you are a pure devotee, and you had no desire for sense enjoyment. You're totally absorbed in Krishna, and you tolerated everything, your father's uh, all those punishments, mm, and then you never complained to anyone, that but instead you accepted every situation as the mercy of the Lord, and continue to remember him. So this is where, that the lesson for all of us is, uh, we have to, any problems, any kind of a situation that comes, which is where we need to tolerate, and we should understand that is Krishna's mercy. So Prahlad, so early age, he had understood. It's only because he got this knowledge. uh, he got this knowledge from whom? When he got, and from whom he got?
Naradam.
Narada Muni, and when he was in the womb of a mother. So recently, somewhere I was hearing, this is the reason that all our acharyas, um, uh, points that we should give this education in the early age, because in the later on, don't know, like, where they will live, what kind of atmosphere it would be. So in the early age only, if they get this knowledge, that is like, the devotion, the bhakti, uh, the the holy name, then even they'll be able to even fight with any kind of atmosphere, like, with how Prahlad will fight. So we'll see that. So now he's saying, your devotion, Narada Muni is going on glorifying Prahlad Maharaj. He's saying, your devotion is so great. You're not just now I was saying, right? You inspired your classmates. So difficult, right? I mean, he's the whole entire kingdom is the only one. The same thing happened in another Leela. Can anybody guess? The whole all Rakshasas, but only one devotee. There are many such cases, but one very famous. He's not a child. He's a devotee.
Bhishma.
Yes. No. Vidura was there. Only one devotee. All Rakshasas. I'll give a clue.
Prahlada only na Mataji.
Uh-huh. One devotee will go there, and he'll see this devotee. Okay, I'll give another clue. This happened not in Bhagavatam, not in Mahabharata. It happened in Ramayana.
Sita Mata.
Sita Mata.
No, Vibhishna.
Vibhishana.
Vibhishana. Right. So when he goes there, only one person in the whole entire kingdom, only one person is praying. So here also same thing. Prahlad, in the so much of influence with all the demands, but then he's the only one who is a devotee, and not just a devotee. He is also making his classmates. They were non devotees, but then he is making them chant, and he making them dance. He's giving the Bhagavata Dharma, whatever he heard from his Guru Maharaj. Though here, so nicely it is thing. He's so humble. He never rejected his teachers, the teachers, the demand teachers. He was very humble to them also. He was very tolerant. Whatever they are saying, he used to sit and listen. But then what he used to do, he used to go when the demand teachers go away, he used to simply go and make these people realize what is the real truth. That's so nice. But in case if I'm in that position, I would start saying, I know this, I know that, what you're saying is wrong. But then, he never did that. Very humbly accepted, but he went and, shared. So he's saying, now Narada Muni is like, you're very humble. You even praised your father as, oh, best among the demons, and you asked him like, give up this all this material attachments, um, and then take this holy name. Narayana is like, uh, is the supreme, and so fearlessly he's like, preaching. And Mara says that he's still preaching to people like us, and that's the Vaishnava, the power of Vaishnavas. And one Prahlad, we always compare. Who is that in our acharyas, who fearlessly went everywhere and preached? Uh, that is
Srila Prabhupada.
Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Yes. So then he's saying, so this one more pastime, he says that once on the way to Naimisharya, I'll just take 5 minutes and then I'll close this. On the way to Naimisharanya, once Prahlad will see one sannyasi. The sannyasi will be holding a bow and arrow, and he'll challenge with this person, and they'll have a terrible fight for so many days, and still, nobody wins and nobody loses. One day, this Prahlad Maharaj, he'll make a garland and he'll offer to the Lord. Then suddenly that garland will be, he'll see on this opposed person, that is on this sannyasi. Then he'll understand, oh my God, this is my own worshipable deity, and he'll pay obeisances, and he'll ask for forgiveness, and he'll say, oh Lord, I ought to defeat you, and now what shall I do? I mean, it's like I've taken that vow. What shall I do? So sweetly, Lord says that, my dear child, I've already conquered by your love. Uh, so if I've already conquered by your love, then what else, you would defeat. So then Narada Muni, he goes into in a very transcendental ecstasy, glorifying Prahlad, because here we have to understand that when, let's say, when our kids become more than in material also, right? If they get into a superior position, fame, name, or something, we go mad. Mad in the sense, we become little pride and all. But here, Narada Muni also is becoming a very proud. But then he's going into a transcendental ecstasy, and he's saying, um, I really want to stay always with you, and I don't want to leave you. And even even that Takshak, if he comes and, like, that curse will also not affect me if I'm just with you, because your devotion is so much that will protect me. So that is why, here the lesson is that we should always stay with the pure devotees, Vaishnavas, because they are the ones who protect with their pure love, with their compassion. So now, Prahlad hears all this and he'll become so embarrassed, and he'll say, "Oh, Prahlad Maharaj will say to spiritual master Narada Muni, he'll say, actually here to Brahma, Shiva, Narada Muni, uh, Indra, all these people got angry, correct? But here he cannot get angry. He cannot become angry on his own spiritual master. So he will be like, with a very low tone, he'll say that, I don't want to show the next slide because I want you guys all to guess whom he is going to refer. Prahlad Maharaj will refer another Bhakta. Who is that?
Hanumanji.
Yay, you got it, you nailed it. Hari bol. So yeah, he will start saying about Hanumanji, and with a folded hands, he will start saying. He'll not get angry here, but he will very softly says, please, please think about what you said. Actually, when Lord appeared, yes, he definitely appeared to protect me and with his causeless mercy, but I lost the chance to serve him. He's saying I did not serve him at all. He appeared and he disappeared also. So where did I serve him? I did not serve him at all. Whereas Hanumanji served, and he not just served for 1 year, for 1 minute, 1 day, 1 year. He served for 11,000 years, and he says he's still serving in every devotee's house wherever they take the holy name. He's still serving. So he's saying, please reconsider. And this mercy that you are saying, I'm the recipient of Krishna's mercy, but it is not me, it's Hanumanji. And we'll see what all Prahlad, how he glorifies Hanumanji in the next week, Mataji. Thank you so much for bearing my. I'll just pause, and please let me know if you have any questions or any comments, anything to improve. Yes, we're listening.